And here we are, just gathered on the fucking pier talking to a child.
Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern ride.
Chao is like,
unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
and they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chiseng will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing.
Child is the one who started this.
Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too?
They're probably
doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less Rite Party that we're organizing?
Oh my god.
No idea where Zhongli's going.
Zhongli is the real Archon, though. Like, I know that, but I don't think my character in-game knows it, so I'm kind of like wondering, like, does she not know? I don't think she knows. And I got Changyin again. Fuck me. Shut up, Paimon. I'm fucking trying to think and you just won't shut the fuck up.
For Hannah. Funeral parlor.
The ancient god was subdued once again following a fierce battle and much sacrifice. The dust settles and your journey in Liyue is researching its conclusion with the rite of parting. But before that, there are still some mysteries regarding the Geo Archon that need unraveling. Yeah, it's not really what you think it is. I also really do hate how they keep giving me characters that I already have. They gave me Shanling 3 times, then they gave me Xinyan, and now they just gave me Changyin. I mean, I don't mind because I get to level up their constellations, but at the same time, it's really annoying. I want a new character. And the game is like, ha, no. Yeah, but I don't get anything for doing that. Well, I already know that Zhongli is really the Geo Archon. It's just I don't think my character in game knows it, and I've been trying to figure that out the whole time, and it's kind of annoying. Huh? Did you hear that? It sounded like a chest opening. Oh, look at this floating book. Yeah, I was walking and it sounded like a chest opening. I don't know what that was all about. Oh man, my back hurts. And so does my stomach. Haven't been doing well lately. And no, it's not the virus. That's not what it is. I think I just ate something wrong, personally. I think that's what it is. Okay. Well, hold on a minute. Let me see. What does he need? He hasn't been ascended. Okay. He needs those. Alright. What do you need? Alright. I'll get him. I'll get him. Slow as fucking scrolling. Zhongli is the Geo Archon, though. I like how these stairs aren't loaded in, or maybe it's just meant to be like that. No, it wasn't. They just didn't load. That's okay. What is it, down now? Come on.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Pulling back from that angle, they make it seem like somebody's watching. I like when it's Northland, it's the bank, but when I hear bank, it makes me think of like the side of a river or some shit. And I keep on forgetting that's not the bank they're talking about. Yeah, if I remember correctly, we go in here and Child is in there, and we're like, what the fuck? I think. I can't really remember. I've seen screenshots of Child being in the bank while talking to Zhongli. Man, my stomach does hurt. Like, I feel like I have indigestion.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Uh-oh. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How could Zhongli not know about the attack on Liyue if he's in Liyue? You're telling me he couldn't hear all that commotion inside the bank? Feels like a fucking joke.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
I hate this bitch, and what is with the thing behind her anyway?
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
How do you not know that? Come on.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Still have time to take it back. Breathe. Just stay calm.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Whatever.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Senora and Zhongli.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
He's the Geo Archon.
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Why would he willingly give it to her, though?
How sanctimonious.
I mean, I did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I'm afraid I don't understand. Now, why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Geo Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
We were both equally fooled.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
I tried to skip it like 3 times and it wouldn't let me. I won't do nothing. I can't do nothing.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Geo Archon offered you. What could possibly be worth a gnosis? They're both good questions. I don't know.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a gnosis.
Lumen has this look on her face like, fuck everything. I'm gonna walk out of here right now.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Geo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
I like how it's like, just leave.
Paimon can't
What?
absorb so much information at once.
Okay, I talked to him and we changed angles and suddenly he's just staring down at me awkwardly.
So Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Geo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
He literally just fucking said.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
You're so petty.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't fucking look at me like that. Really hope Child isn't waiting for me out here because that's gonna be really annoying. I didn't read that. A date is fixed for what?
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the start of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Oh my god. Man, I have a real bad pain like in my back, in my chest, and like my shoulder. Not only that, I ate some bacon the other day, and after I ate it, it started irritating the inner right side of my throat, and it's been like hurting. The pain goes away sometimes, and then it comes back. And I was fine before I had ate it, so I'm trying to figure out if it's not the bacon I had that's making me sick. Like if it wasn't bad or something. So I was fine before I ate it, and I've been kind of sick since. It really, really is frustrating.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
That guy's feet are in the ground.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Oh no, they're gonna point at me.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Are they gonna point it at me? Because do they know that I was here?
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
They think Child did it? Are you fuck serious?
Hear ye all! The Chising's words
are to fuck off.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials.
I hate how the guy behind me keeps doing gestures like he's talking to somebody, but he isn't. It's kind of annoying. See what I mean? He keeps just moving.
Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
I like how this is supposed to be a parting ceremony, but there's like only 5 people here and we're one of those 5.
Violet needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial. They say Rex Lapis wasn't murdered. I'm gonna just say this.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Oh my god. Woo! Let's go have a look. Yeah, they're all 3 there.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuchi. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
I hate how my character is so out in the open. If it was me, I would go hide out in the back and not say anything to any one of them.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
There's that stupid lady that's like, oh, will you think of me as making the perfume? She's a freak.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
I hate the way she talks.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
She's like, fuck you. I hate Adepti. Go suck it.
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Huh? Yes?
Yes! She really is looking our way!
Shut up, Paimon.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
She's like 20.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Wow, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
She finally talks. Oh, hello.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Whatever.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Actually, no. Zhongli, you're... Zhongli, you're an asshole! I like how I started saying a sentence and fell into the water and had to restart it. It's like, Zhongli, you're a Zhongli, you're an asshole.
Hey, Zhongli!
I hope you know that if this was really me in a real life situation, when I seen him handing his gnosis over to the one person I hate, I'd be like, well, you do what you do. What you do is on your own now. And I probably would have just left. I probably would have went and sought out Venti. Told him everything that happened, and maybe he would help me. I always did like the Animal Archon a lot more.
Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
That'll change her mind.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
He can't.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax like Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
You can try to butter me up all you want, but it means nothing to me.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Sure.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Those are both good questions, but I don't know what to say.
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Geo Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
When I hear Raiden, it just makes me fucking think of Mortal Kombat, and I'm like, no.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Just walks away.
Visions?
I hate when I click the button like 3 fucking times and the text doesn't skip or go away.
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Tibet see it.
You know what's funny? Skara is from Inazuma, and his vision is Electro, so it's the same as the god of the place where he comes from, which is kind of funny.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
Dream trawler from Xiao?
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Leo Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Leo?
Oh no, when he said dream, that's where Ningguang's like, he came to me in a dream. I guess he used an art on her. Okay.
Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Leo from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you would...
That's right! Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the more into that? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Leo Qixing to debate.
Did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you... Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Man, he is on crack.
All right then. Was there anything else you wished?
Well, I guess that was that then. Apparently so. I wonder, can I even give that to her? Because she's not Geolumin. Damn it, I have to change her constellation for that. That is such crap. Mother of fucking God. Yeah, I had 3 that I was trying to do. I'm really not feeling well though. Like, I'm having really bad indigestion, my back hurts, my shoulder. The inside of the right side of my throat's been hurting since I ate that bacon the other day. And I really just don't feel well. I was originally live streaming this, but I ended it because, my God. And with good reason too. Yeah, I need to go change her to Geolumin. Which is annoying because I didn't really want to do that, but... Oh, I like how you get all of these from that. Says remaining attempts to reclaim treasure 1 of 1. There's those. That's a level up thing that you need later. So I think you can fight him again for these materials. I might try it, but I need to go to a Geo Archon right now. He was actually really easy to fight. I don't know why people were making it seem like it was hard. I think I fought him in the last video and he was easy as shit. Oh yeah, that guy told me just to go survey 2 areas. And I was in the middle of the main quest, so I didn't actually do it. Son of a bitch.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
There's like, sometimes I like her voice and then sometimes I don't. Sometimes it sounds fake to me. Sounds like she's just reading from a piece of paper. They need to give you a button to skip that animation. I don't know if I had just skipped it or not, but... It's at half and half. Which is annoying because now I need to go back to an animal statue and change it again. I don't like Geo Lumen or Geo Ether. They both suck. I don't like their attacks. It's hard to be trying to fight enemies, and when you go to use Geo, you have to summon the ball, which is everybody makes the balls joke. Giant Geo balls joke, where they have, they get Ether, Geo Ether, and then they get Zhongli. They use Zhongli to summon a pillar, and then they use Ether to do this. And they make him summon 2 balls. And then the pillar that Zhongli erects is supposed to be like... supposed to be in the middle, and there's, like, people try to make balls all the time. Like, oh, let's make a dick and balls out of everything, because everything's funny. I don't think that's funny, that's kind of more annoying. Yeah, there's no skip animation for that. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. It only lasts for a few seconds, but... We're making skip animations for everything else, so why not that? Come here. Fuck.